talk, we will give you a short demonstration how to take over a storm running in a virtual machine.
Right, because I need some time to prepare the setup, maybe Georg can answer the question from here. The question was, why are there 32 different hashes?
Yeah, so it results in some kind of load balancing. We don't know if they originally did it because of that, but it results in load balancing. Because if you think about DHT again, what Mark explained is that DHT works in a way you approach the node with a hash closest to the hash you're searching. And if you only have one hash that you're searching for, all nodes searching for that one hash will in the end all be approaching the same peer in the routing algorithm. So having 32 different hashes that are being searched for, this means that you're approaching 32 different hashes. This also happens in the original overnet network, where you actually have like hashes for keywords. So if you have the hash of the word the simple word the nodes that have an ID close to this hash always get a lot of load, because these nodes have to get all cache all the results for files that have the in their file name. So actually this is a kind of load balancing then.
All right. So let's start with the demo. Unfortunately, or no, we wanted to show you that we are not using a patched version of Storm, but we are using a real version. And unfortunately, Storm has some timeouts, so you got to wait a bit. It all in all takes 3 minutes. I hope you have 3 minutes left. There. All right. All right. What you see here is our Storm sniffer. We've written a small tool that scans, does a PCAP capture or a network capture of all the Storm traffic and writes out the messages. And I've already started in this window our so-called Storm fucker, right? And this Storm fucker is announcing 32 hashes to the peer we want to overtake. Okay, this is a test setup just for sure, but we've tested in the real Storm botnet, and we can assure you can really take over nodes. No, this is not. I don't have internet connection. It's just a local setup. All right. So as you see, every 5 seconds, all 32 hashes are announced by our Storm fucker. And now I'm using this virtual machine here to start the real Storm. And as you see here now, mssurf.exe is the Storm node that's running now. And what you will see is we are using calc.exe, which you know, Windows calculator, renamed to verifier.exe, and upload this. And once this pops up, we know that we have overtaken the node, right? Because our Storm fucker for sure is silent as well. You wouldn't see anything, and we want to show you something. Okay, what you will see in a few moments here is the real Storm node getting active. And it will send publicized messages as well, and connect messages to join the peer-to-peer network, and also some other messages like get my external IP address and stuff. All right, here it is. And what you see in our Storm fucker output over here is parts of the hash of the node that is connecting to us, to the network. Okay, which is 3347 and so on, but which is not the search hash, but just the hash of the node. Okay, here you see all the messages that are happening. You see there's lots of things happening if you have peer-to-peer. It's all UDP messages. Okay, let's get back to the virtual machine. In a few seconds, the searches should be starting, because at first, in the first 60 seconds, there's just some connection phase, bootstrap phase, to get the node into the real peer-to-peer network, to get connectivity to as many nodes as possible. And only after that, the searches are starting. So, and this should begin. Right, takes a little longer. Actually, that's the bootstrap. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we get the searches. And because we are simulating 32 different nodes with 32 different hashes, we are getting lots of traffic and lots of search requests. And now Storm is collecting those search replies that we are sending back from different nodes, and zup, there it is, right? All right, what if I tell you that I've installed a cron job here? All right, now here's the verify exe, which we uploaded here, and if I terminate this, the calc will close, so it's not the original calc. It's not a proof, but I hope you believe me at this point. Okay, there's one last myth I want to show you. There are lots of researchers that did black box testing and saying, okay, Storm is now using an encrypted protocol. And those this protocol always starts with a hex 29 or 29 or lower values. Actually, it's not encrypted, even though its entropy is very high. And the entropy is very high because it's random data, right? Storm is using this to do timing measurements to find the commanding peer that's closest to it. And, well, I guess that's the thing most people think is encrypted because of its high entropy. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Are there any questions? Right, because the first 6 people asking questions get a beer.
I think 2 are already taken.
Okay, I think you were the first over there. Oh, no, I got the microphone. Okay, then over here. Okay, sorry, hard to see. Right.
About authentication again.
Right.
If commands were signed, then you couldn't do this, right?
Right. If they were like public-private key encrypted, we couldn't do anything.
Can I have?
Sure.
Okay. So actually, there's a lot of researchers that say there is RSA public key authentication in Stormworm, and actually, it is believed. I mean, we didn't find anything of this. So but we didn't look at all code, or Felix didn't look at all code. But there are some researchers that say there's RSA, and the code path that is supposed to be authenticated by RSA is what turns a normal node into a controlling node. So only the Stormworm people can activate command and control nodes actually, and these then start proxying these command and control connections. But we don't. So the public key authentication is one layer above the layer we're attacking, because we're just saying, oh, we're the command control layers nodes on the peer-to-peer level. So they actually should have just signed the commands instead of signing who is the command and control server. So we could circumvent this if there's actually RSA, because we didn't ever see it. This is just what we read on some papers.
There was a question
Hey there.
in the back over there. Right.
Hi. Terrific job you've been doing there. First of all, what kind of measures have you been taking to prevent your botnet to be re-overtaking?
We haven't. Well, that's actually that's details, huh? Right.
First of all, we do not maintain our own botnet. This is yeah, but we have implemented measures to re-overtake it afterwards. So our implementation has several buffer overflows, possibly for sure, and we can use these to regain control. So should we consider this to be a smart question, worth a beer, or yeah, come to the front and get your beer.
You said earlier that you didn't think the Storm botnet was written by Russians, but you thought that it might have had American cultural origins. Can you elaborate on that, please?
So this is not our assumption. So as I've said, there's a lot of research, and this was actually public research. So I don't know who it said, but there was someone else. Most of the servers that you're connecting to actually are in Russia, but they are assumed to be proxies because the actual email campaigns, the spam campaigns, are very well adjusted to American culture. So it's believed that the physical persons running this are Americans or might be some Western-oriented, maybe Germans. Whoever, because... No, not for sure. No. How do we all know this stuff? Anyway, so because it's targeted on the Halloween and Christmas and stripping Christmas, so probably I don't know, some person from a very conservative country with conservative religion might not have chosen the stripping Santa. Because you don't have Santa in that culture, Santa Claus, or some stuff like this. So they're believed to be some Western-oriented country, and yeah, maybe it's even Russians. You can't tell that for sure because they did a good job at hiding. Because that's also, besides peer-to-peer has the advantage, you cannot take it down. It's also very hard to track the person that gives the commands if you do it properly.
Right. Do you come forward to get your beer?
Do you have any idea why they didn't use the hash of IP and port of for the nodes to generate the nodes ID, as it is common in many DHTs? Because that would circumvent exactly your attack to place yourself close to the hashes that are searched for.
So basically, to do this properly, you need to know your external IP address. And to get your external IP address in the overnet protocol, you need to already have a hash. And actually, or you enumerate your local IPs, but that doesn't work if you're netted.
But when you bootstrap your node, you're on the first contact to your bootstrapping node. Your bootstrapping node could tell you your external IP.
Yeah, but this doesn't work for the... So if you design the protocol accordingly, this is okay, but in the overnet protocol, this doesn't work like this. So you would have to first send... so the message that gets you your external IP already contains your own hash, and this is then first announced. So this doesn't work. And also the other thing is that for DHT to work, you want to have a uniformly distributed hash, ring of hashes. And if you want to have a uniformly distributed ring, and this is your only requirement, then just do it randomly. That's statistically, if you have enough nodes, this is uniformly distributed, of course.
Okay. My question is meant to be serious. Is it legal to clean a host by your methods?
No. Well, no, and we didn't do that on hosts we didn't own. Plus, there is some countries where it might be legal for certain persons. So
that's why we are. That's why we only cleaned up our own hosts. All right, but it's working.
Have you researched how the commands come to the command service in chain? You know, they got to come from somewhere.
Sorry.
You have command service, but where do those servers get the commands from?
Right. We are still reversing on the full thing, right? But you can be a potential command server if you are not network address translated, right? And if you're not network address translated and you know any other command server, you connect to this command server, telling him that you're not network address translated, and you open some specific ports on which you can accept commands, right? And we suspect that those information are propagated throughout the peer-to-peer network too, to specific hosts, right? There are also some information from the black boxes. We are still reversing on the full protocol. Some more details are found in different black box papers, as far as I know. Not on the actual protocol, but on the network relations. And was?
Okay, I have a question. How much damage could you realistically do to the Storm botnet? I mean, what percentage of nodes do you think you could destroy if you just attacked now? And why wouldn't you do that?
Could you stand up and raise the question again?
Okay, so if you wanted to attack Storm botnet today, what percentage of the nodes do you think you could take down?
Yeah, as Felix said before, there's a tiny part of the protocol we didn't reverse engineer yet. So we are pretty sure that we could take over all NUTted nodes, so all nodes which are behind network address translation, which is probably the majority of the nodes.